Welcome to Drawsh Studio. Today we're going to learn about the Rectus Abdominis muscles. Let's get started. The Rectus Abdominis, or abs for short, is a sequence of small muscles that sit over our stomach region on the abdomen. They originate along the pubis symphysis on the bottom of the pelvis and insert around the thoracic arch on the rib cage. There are usually 3 short segments above the belly button and a longer one below. Each muscle is independent from each other and separated by a large tendon. This tendon runs all the way down and connects each muscle together and connects the group to our body. The uppermost ab is usually smaller than the middle two, and they angle up towards the inside of the body. This section above the belly button is what we commonly call the six-pack. We generally think of the abs as symmetrical. However, there can be a lot of variation in the abs, and they can develop to be asymmetrical. The belly button may not be the division between the upper 3 and the lower abs. Each ab may be offset from each other. Or we may only see a 4-pack on the surface instead of 6. This variation is normal and simply comes from the different ways we can develop. The oblique muscles have a relationship to the rectus abdominis. The large flat tendon called the aponeurosis actually covers over the abs, but it is so thin that it doesn't impact the way they appear on the surface. When we draw the relationship between these muscles, we need to leave a gap between the edge of the abs and the obliques. This keeps each muscle separate and clearly defined. If the rectus abdominis contracts, they will flex or pull the torso forward and down. This is because the abs anchor to the pelvis and act or pull on the rib cage. Having a sequence of muscles instead of one long muscle allows us to activate specific sections, or activate the entire thing at once, so we have more control over the movement. Now let's find the abs from the surface. First, we need to find the bony landmarks so we know where the muscles attach. Here we can clearly track the curve of the thoracic arch where the top of the rectus abdominis will attach, and they will go all the way down to the bottom of the pelvis. When the physique is developed, the abs are easy to see because they protrude from the surface. Here we can see the topmost ab muscles gripping the thoracic arch under the pectoralis muscle. Moving down, we can see the second ab muscle here, separated from the first by a space of tendon, and then the third one here, ending right about the belly button. The fourth longer one will go down from here, ending along the pubis symphysis. And the highlights and shadows on the other side clearly show the other set of abs. We connect them together with a long tendon underneath. This emphasizes the space between each ab muscle, and also the gap between the side of the ab muscle and the obliques. Remember, the wide flat tendon of the oblique does cover over the abs, but it is so thin it doesn't affect the surface. This model has reasonably symmetrical ab muscles. But remember, there can be a lot of variation in how these look on the surface. This model has a very developed physique as well, but we can see more asymmetry in the abs. The top abs have a more complex and irregular shape to them. From the second oblique, there is a strong diagonal line going down, making these two obliques offset from each other. This puts the middle oblique on the right, below the belly button. Memorize the basic layout of the obliques first, and that will help you analyze the different ways in which they might vary. Remember all of these points when you're analyzing and drawing the figure. Spend lots of time finding the anatomy on the surface of your reference, and draw from observation and memory to help you learn. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to go to drawsh.com for more information on these topics and many more. If you want to see more videos like this, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.